Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Someshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living Organization to Yog Vaashishtha afternoon session. नमस्ते, मैं सोमेश्वर आप सभी का आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग संस्था की तरफ से योग वाशिष्ठ के दोपहर के सत्र में स्वागत करता हूँ. We'll begin our session by chanting Om 3 times. Today we are on day 117. आज हम लोग 117वें सत्र में यहाँ पे पहुंच चुके हैं. Today we will look at the chapter number, sub chapter number 90. हमने यहाँ पे अपने chapter number जो 7 है, last chapter of योग वाशिष्ठ जो है, जो निर्वाण प्रकरण उत्तरार्ध, we have started with that and we have already seen the chapter number 89. Today we will look at the chapter number 90, that is the Anaham Bhav Abhyasa. What is Anaham Bhav? What is Aham Bhav? How to do that? Once we do all these practices, what is it, the output that we get out of this? Is that the Atma Jnana? What is it? That does Atma Jnana actually dawns? What happens to that? So we'll look into all multiple aspects of that today. So before we begin, let's all chant Om 3 times. Let's sit comfortably. Aram se baith jaye. Let's close our eyes. Aanखें बंद कर ले. Spine erect, shoulders relaxed, and let's bring back our attention to our breath. Take a normal breath in and let go. Take a deep breath in and exhale completely. For Omkar chanting, let's breathe in. Let us invoke the divinity within. Guru Shakti का आवाहन कर ले. आवाहनम पुनः पुनः. Let's express our gratitude towards the master. Guru वंदना कर ले. गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर् विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर् साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. That come out of mouth, that whatever that the power of discrimination arise in our intellect and the impressions that might be getting created on our memory, if you are allowing them to go. And if still there is an iota of that I, me, let all master alone pray like this. If you have already experienced that there is nothing that can bind you, then this remaining life also be inspired by the master alone. Pray like this. Feel the presence of that Guru Shakti, that divinity within and outside. And slowly and gradually you may open your eyes. धीरे धीरे अपनी प्यारी सी आंखें खोल सकते हो. Jagdev, so let's continue the session. So today we'll be looking at the morning session. This session is an extension of that. No, just little bit of extension of that. So what is that we saw in the morning, or yesterday rather? We saw that we possible for what there do the tasks or the actions, drop the fruits of those karmas, so that impression does get formed on your chitta, on your mind, the and your ego and your memory. If there is no impression that has been put up by any of your actions, inactions, that thing, then really in that particular case, we will continue to experience that mukti or moksha. So how do we do that? You do your actions, do your routine, everything you continue to do that. Yet you do not get into any of the activity. You do not get into any of the impression of forming that impression onto your chitta. You are very free from that. Now to continue with that, the next chapter continues here. Vaashishtha Muni says to Rama, that one aham bhavana, that if you really do the niras of that, if you really get over that, aham bhavana is nothing but your ego. So instead of breaking all the other things, doing the sannyasa, dropping the other things, all the branches of that vruksha, vruksha, if you just happen to cut that, the one which is the root of this, that ahamkara, that is that aham bhavana. If you just get over that, then automatically the karma bija, this is the real bij, this is the real mool, this is the root of whatever the karmas that happen, because there is an iota of that I, me, that I am the doer of these things, I am the sufferer of these things. Because of these such things, one really get caught up into such things, and then automatically they fall for this. So you really get over that bhava, that ego, that aham bhavana, then automatically it will be like that you have cut the tree, you have literally taken out that tree from its root itself. So then it will not arise again, because that is the mool karma, that is the mool bija of every karma that happens, that impression that one gets created in your memory. That itself is called as, once you accumulate that is what it becomes the sanskara for you. So our aim is to not form any new sanskara in the form of, because either it is punya karma or papa karma, ultimately to pay for that, ultimately to consequences of that, you will have to come back here again. You again will take a birth here, and again you will get caught up into that vicious life cycle of birth and death. But if you really want to be mukta, if you really want to be free from all such things, in that case you really need to drop that. So then he continues to explain that how one can really do that. Then one has to do the anusandhana. Now one has to do remember that divinity, remember the Atman, remember that ultimate Chaitanya in your life. That is what will allow you to go ahead and establish itself. Unless until you do not do that anusandhana of your Atma, then whatever the other things that you do, you will have an iota of that, whatever the karma that has happened, that has done by me. And once you are caught up into that, you will not be able to do the karma tyaga, and you will not be able to do the karma phala tyaga. You will be stuck into that, and then that thing, that karma tyaga, that will continue to go. It will continue to happen in the same manner. You will not realize that what you are supposed to realize. That is what it continues. Then this karma tyaga is how has to happen. It has to happen with the knowledge, and then once your buddhi, your chitta, all these things has become calm, it has become still, it has become stable, then it has got into that equanimous state, that sama, shanti, that drishti, then automatically you will become this. And the person like who has gone into the things and he is searching somewhere here, then it is completely gone wild and completely become ashant, that wanting to do certain things, that continuous cravings are going on, then definitely that person does not experience this, and his mind, his chitta, his intellect, or his smriti, they go haywire. They clings on to the other negativity, and then they get stuck into that. But once who is established into the Atma Bhava, the one who is established into the Atman, that self, be with the self, then all these things become really, really easy. And how does that happen? When that can happen? When that aham bhava, that I am the karta, I am the doer, that drops, automatically these things will become very obvious. It will become very natural to you. While doing so, there is also that abhyasa, there is also that continuous practice of the things that you need to do. And which is that practice? It is anaham bhava. We see aham bhava. Aham bhava means that I am the doer, I have done something. But what is the anaham bhava? Anaham bhava means I am not the doer, I have not done this, this is not by me. So that anaham bhava. So here, we continue to explain to Rama that Rama, whenever you get into this feeling of that this is me or this is mine, at that point of time, your bhavana, that bhavana has not yet subsided. That every point of time you practice this, no, that I am not this, this is not mine, I am not this, this is not mine. That is the real bhavana. Whenever this aham bhavana, the uday, the aham bhavana comes inside you, comes inside you, it dawns in you, every that time you practice this, that this is not me, this is not done by me, or this is not mine. That anaham bhavana, opposite of aham bhavana, anaham bhavana, this is not me, I am not the doer here. That you continuously practice here. So like this, that once there is a big stone and you just happen to throw that stone inside the ocean, that pashana, like that, if any such outward tendencies of your vishaya means the outgoing tendencies of your senses to experience some temporary pleasure, and when that happens, that point of time, just like that stone which is thrown in the ocean, that pashana, like that you become the bhavana viraj, become emotionless. And that point of time, any vishaya that comes to you, either it is in the form of music or in the form of touch or it's in the form of taste, any such vishayas, any such outward things which really clings you on to that, no, that time comes, that time point of time, you say that naham, no, I am not this, I am not this, this is not mine, I don't know. Like that, you run away from there. Yeah, probably there is an kriya here. So we'll finish this session in another 10 minutes. 4:30 to 5 o'clock is usually yoga time. Today, because of some reason, we had to prepone our Bhagavad Gita and evening schedule here from 3 to 5. So we'll complete this session in another max 10 to 15 minutes, and for 5 o'clock we begin with the normal routine kriya. So probably the yoga session, if you like to do that varma, continue that, or you can directly start with your Padma Sadhana followed by your 3 session. You can do that kriya over here. So that was the message for the one who are waiting for the kriya here. So once that continues, the Rama says here that neya, that something which is knowable, that neya and the vishaya of that by pramana, that will not be able to prove that. That proof will not be there for that. So in that case, what you do, it is not, if you cannot see this Vijaya and its akara, that form it takes, that what is this. If you really want to talk it at just at the level of your Vani, at the level of only your, then that point of time, it will not, because it does not have any of its own existence. No, it is, if you really think it like that, this is just a Bhranti Matra. This is just not real. This is really not real. In that case, it will become very easier for you, no, to do this as a practice. Just think that it is not real. Then you will be able to do this. It is just like that. If that in that flowers are there, and then in that flowers, if somebody sees that thing as just a snake, but the moment you say that it is not a snake, automatically in the Pushpamala, in the garland, automatically it will, what remains is the garland. Actually, the garland itself was there. It was your Brahma. It was your hallucination. You're looking at that as a snake. But the moment you realize that it's garland, it's the flower garland, what remains is the flower garland. Snake automatically appears to disappear. Like that, all those Brahmas, all those hallucination that you come across automatically will not there. It will not be there. No, so like this, you could, so this jani, this awareness of that thing which remains as the karta or the karma or this drashta, drishya, darshana, all these qualities are there. In that, this jiva bhava nashta, this really get diminished in that, and that para, that you remain in that para. Para means that parampad. No, that is what is called as para. That's what it's a paramatma. Atma and then Paramatma. That para, if you really get into that Purna Sthiti, if you really become that calm, that stable, then you establish in that Shivatva, you become Shiva. No, so that is being said like that thing is what you are. So the same thing, that Tattvam, that Tattvamasi. So that is what is both come to you and you will really understand that. Then Vaashishtha continues that, hey Rama, even though you see that Jiva Bhava, that in consciousness that has dropped, and even if you have gone to the realization, this Atma Jnana is not something which is created. It is not that it's created because of efforts or because of the practices that we did. No. That self is already there. That Atma Jnana is already there. That self, that Atma is already there. It is just that by doing all your practices, you have just discovered it, that yes, it is there. You got this. That's the reason that word is also used. It is the self-realization. The self is already there. You are just realizing. That is what is, that's why it is called self-realization. So that is that. Your Vaashishtha Muni explained the same point here. That he says that after doing this, after this getting into this self-realization, this Atma Jnana, do not expect any new phala that will come to you. No, any new fruit that will come to you. It is already there. But what will happen? Automatically all other arthas, the dukkha, all other things, that vikaras, that will diminish. And what will remain is that shanta sthiti, that punya sthiti, that shanta, that ananda, that automatically will be there. So there is nothing to get. No, usually people feel, I have been doing sadhana, seva, satsang. Look at me from 20 years, 25 years, 40 years of autonomy. And what is it that I got? There is nothing to get. There is nothing to prap as well. Whatever is there, your own nature, that sattva guna, that own your nature of maitri, karuna, mudita, happiness, joy, that shanti, it will all become very obvious to you. No, that prakasha, that knowledge, that jyoti swarup knowledge is very obvious to you. It will remain. That is what is remain. It's not something you will need to acquire something new. It will just remain. That what will be there. So there is nothing to in the, when you see that Atma Jnana, there is nothing that phala. This ananda, this shanti itself is the phala. Then that dvaita siddhi thing that will diminish, and then advitiya, that one self only will remain over there. No? And then obviously you'll start experiencing Satachit Ananda. Now that is what we see. Shivoham Shivom is that Satachita Ananda. That is what we. So then Vaashishtha Muni continues to say that this Brahma, this Shabda is there. If you really give the Upama of that that then all these things is other things what you see just conflicting. So even that Brahma Shabd, when you say it as a Brahma or it as a Shiva or it Atma, this Shabda is also Kalpit. No, there is, it is we are saying it like that. No, there is no such thing actually exists. No, so then what you do, you Nissara, that ahankara, you drop all that ahankara, drop all that ego and establish yourself into that Brahma Suvarna. No, get into that real gold. Because if you are able to see that gold which is there behind the ornament, so each one, second ornament, third ornament, what is there? All other ornament, those just made up of gold. What is the real thing behind that? Is the gold. So that Brahma is that gold, that one thing which is behind everything. Behind everything. So if you really there, then what is the Ashtarya there? What is the wonder over there? So like that, you continue to practice this. Other than that, everything that remains, if you go in front of the mirror and then you just say, form on here, just the moment you take one cloth and just remove which is there in the, it is just like removing that. Your mirror will become very obvious and you'll start reflecting who you really are. No, it is really that easy. And what is that? It is that your ahankara. It is your ego that I am the doer. I am who is doing all these things. The moment that ego, the moment that ahankara diminish, automatically get into is your own nature. So you will establish into your own nature, and that is in this life. It is just that whatever that Abhas Shrestati, Ananta, Adi, Anadi, Ananta, you will remain like that. There is nothing that. Today itself, we have concluded the 75th session of Bhagavad Gita. No, so that is what it. So you what will remain into that Nainam Chindanti Chatrani, Nainam Dahati Pamka. Not any weapon can actually cut that. Not any air can go ahead and make it dry. Not any water can take it along with it. Nor any agni, nor any fire can burn it. You'll go and remain in that state of your being that nothing can shake it. You'll establish yourself into that Brahman, that Shivatva, that Atma. Will become that. It will become that. It is just a matter of you will realize it. No, so like this here, Vaashishtha says that hey, Nishpa Brahma. No, he says that Keval, that so prayatna, whatever you do, it is because of that only this will become possible. And yet there will be an Guru grace, there will be a grace of the master, that there will be grace of the divinity also play a role over there. So you continue to do all the activities. What are the prayatnas? No, today when we concluding this, so Shalakata also will give what are all the things that you need to do doing so while achieving this. So you need to do all your multiple things which are said to us according to our Shastra, according to the Guru Vachanas. What are those? You continue to do your Aradhana, continue to do your pujas, continue to do the daily and whatever the things that you have been doing, continue to do. No? Because till you are still that thing, these things get pure, it will sharp, it will mind calm. So along with doing all these things, continue to do the austerity, continue to do your seva, sadhana, seva, satsang, all the things that have been taught by master to us, continue to do that. When you continue to do that, there is one, we have seen that 7 stands of awareness, 7 stands of knowledge, bhumika, that will come in. And then you will be able to really establish. Till that point, you continue to do all those things and then continue to practice this Aham Bhava, leave it behind. Whenever it pops up that I am the doer, you feel that I have done something, practice the Anaham Bhava. I am not the doer, I have not done this. Like this, the moment you leave your Abhimana, like this, the moment you drop your ego and you drop that Karta, that Akarta, you get into the Akarta Bhava, non-doership. No, and then that bhokta, get out of all these things and establish yourself into that Mahakarta, Maha Bhokta, and Mahatyagi Bhava. that you are the ultimate doer, you are the one with the divinity, then automatically you'll realize that nature of yourself, which is there in this entire charachar. It is there in this entire universe. It is the same divine energy established in this, and that will be, which is like the quality of that is how that is nirmal, that is very pure, that is nirakar. There is no form associated with this. That is Shanta, Param Shanta. It's always sthir, that's Shunya Sthiti. No, in this Prapancha, there is no Prapancha involved in that. This Jagat, this Jagat is called, this world is called as Prapancha. There is no such Prapancha involved in that. That Brahma Sthiti, that Sthiti is what worth thinking about, that is what worth being living into, and you remain into that. Automatically, all other Chitta Vritti, it will become, you will become Chitta Vritti, right? Automatically, your mind will drop and you will get an experience of Amana, that is Shanti, the joy. That what are the qualities of that Brahman? You will automatically start experience that in life. This is our chapter number 90 concludes. Sorry, it was a short session today, and we have a commitment to stop this session before 5 o'clock. Hand it over to our other team. I'll just ping them and make them join, and you will be able to do your kriya if you would like to do so. So if you'd like to, I'd like to hand out this session to you. All of you, if you'd like to express yourself, you are welcome to do that. आज के सत्र में कुछ प्रश्न है तो जरूर आप पूछ सकते हैं, and if you'd like to contribute your takeaways, what is your learnings and takeaways, you can unmute yourself, and mute option is being made available to you. You can express yourself. Over to you. If there are expressions today, we will continue this session today and we'll meet tomorrow. Jai Gurudev.